secret agents. So where am I? All will be revealed in a minute. Today, I'm helping a couple park up their caravan for good and get back under a proper tiled roof. In one kitchen, emotions run high.
Got to get my tissue out now.
Oh, it moved you to tears. I know, it's lovely.
And our mystery house is like nothing they've ever seen before.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Certainly different.
Yeah.
Today, I'm in Hampshire in the village of Bewley, where in 1941 the British government set up a covert finishing school of secret agents and officials of the Special Operations Executive. Kept in complete secrecy from the local community, men and women were trained here in all aspects of spycraft, including communication, coding, forgery, and the skill of silent killing. Most became special agents who infiltrated occupied Europe as part of the resistance against Germany. Today, a plaque in the cloisters of Bewley commemorates their efforts and bravery. And this fascinating tale is just part of Hampshire's rich heritage. A detached property in Hampshire would set you back around £346,000. That's £90,000 higher than the national average. Why? Well, Hampshire is one well-connected county. First of all, it has excellent road and rail links, not only to the capital, but to much of the south of England. Then there's Southampton Airport, flying to over 50 European destinations. Let's not forget it has 2 international ferry terminals, opening the county to much of the rest of the world. And add to all of that the fact that nearly half the countryside here is protected by 2 national parks. So that hefty price tag, it might be justified. Let's take a look at what's currently on the market. This Grade 2 listed 3-bedroom thatched cottage in Pentamuse is on the market for £365,000. It boasts many original features, including exposed beams, an ingle nook fireplace and a pretty garden. For £550,000, you could be living in this 4-bedroom property in Frogham. It offers a dining hall with beam ceiling, which was converted from the old barn, an original fireplace and attractive landscape gardens. And if your pockets are deep enough, you could buy this beautifully presented 3-bedroom house in Sway for £750,000. With a wealth of stunning traditional features and oak worktops in the kitchen, it also has a cobbled patio and immaculate lawns. So it looks like Hampshire has plenty to offer. Let's find out what today's buyers are after. Retired mobile home park managers Tony and Denise have been married for 21 years. But for the past year or so, after giving up the home that came with their job, they've been leading an unorthodox lifestyle, travelling around Britain in a caravan, a decision that was made when Tony had a health scare on holiday.
We basically came back to the UK, found out that I needed a triple bypass. While in the hospital, I decided to retire, and this is how the caravan's come about.
When Tony came up with the idea of doing this, I'd never caravanned, and I thought, I'm not sure if this is going to be me, but I wanted to see lots of England. I hadn't been further than London. So he said, right, we'll go and have a look at the caravans, which we did, and yeah, I thought I could do this.
Now they've done their grand tour of the country, the time has come to swap the wheels for 4 walls and a roof in their preferred location of Hampshire.
One of the reasons for going back to bricks and mortar is I love cooking. And as you can see from this area, my cooking is very restricted. And I'm having to cook ready-made meals, open tins, which is something I've never done before. And I just can't wait to get back to proper cooking.
Apart from a big kitchen, there's plenty more on their shopping list for the new home.
These are some of the pictures of the last place we were, and this is what you want to recreate at a new house, isn't it?
Yes, I miss the gardens and I miss doing my hanging baskets. So providing he gives me 4 greenhouses, I can recreate all this.
You'd like a workshop.
I'd like a workshop.
I'd like you to have a workshop. We'd like half an acre of land.
Well, between 1/4 and 1/2.
But we would look at more.
Yes.
Couple of reception rooms. Doesn't have to be a separate dining room. As long as it's got the 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a nice kitchen.
And not too cut off.
And when they find their rural bolt hole, they've got big plans to keep them occupied.
When we go back in the country, I'm hoping to resume my cooking and my gardening. Have a bit more space. You take up again your rebuilding of
Yeah.
either tractors or...
Tractors, cars, more golf. Yeah, I think there's lots of things out there that I want to do.
The reason for we want to move to the country is we originate from the country and it's our roots and we want to go back. And it can only change our lives for the better.
Using the proceeds from a house that's been left to them, Tony and Denise can move quickly, and they've got a clear idea on the finances.
Budget is £575,000, but with a bit of a squeeze, we might be able to put it up to £600,000.
To leave the caravan will be strange, but I am going to be so pleased to be having my own home. And I think there could be fireworks, balloons, and a big party. But she's going to come with us.
Tony and Denise are particularly fond of the New Forest area of Hampshire, which encompasses the towns of Lyndhurst and Lymington. We've got some really exciting properties for them to see, but I won't be telling them the price of each until they've had a guess first. And of course, there's our mystery house, which could really prove the saying that an Englishman's home is his castle. Well, Denise and Tony, welcome to the New Forest. You excited about this house search?
Very excited.
Yeah. How well do you know this area?
Well, we've been coming here now for 20 odd years.
You've been travelling around the country in a caravan for, what is it, 1 year?
Feels like 3, but yes, it's just a year.
So how much of the UK have you actually seen?
Most of it.
That is impressive. I thought most people that take a gap year out at 18, 19 years of age, you've done it slightly later in life, but worth it.
Yeah, but he still acts like he's 18. So, yeah, and we started Northern England last year, Southern England this year. And we've found places we don't want to be, and we've found lots of places we'd love to be.
But this is the
Still
county.
gravitate back here.
So in a way, you're the perfect people to tell me where you want to live because you've done your own research.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we've got 3 amazing properties to show you. The sun's shining, the sky is blue. Let's get going.
Yeah, lovely.
So, with a maximum budget of £600,000, Tony and Denise would like 3 bedrooms, a bathroom each, a big kitchen for Denise to cook up some real food again, a workshop for Tony to tinker in, a garden with space for a greenhouse, and somewhere to park the caravan permanently. We've travelled to the southernmost edge of the New Forest to the village of Pennington, which has just under 8,000 residents. Our first property is a red brick detached cottage, which dates back to the Victorian era. And here is your first property.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it's exciting. What are your first impressions when you have a look?
Neat. I like the setting.
The setting's brilliant.
Yes.
The area's spot
Yeah.
on.
Good.
Now, it dates back to 1893,
Oh, right.
but it has been modernised
Yep.
quite extensively inside.
yeah.
So, shall we start the tour of our first property?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
please.
let's go.
Come on. I know that a big kitchen is very high on Denise's shopping list, and I think she'll be very impressed by what she finds inside. So, from the hallway...
Well.
I think we should start off in this room.
Yes.
Oh, for goodness sake,
Come
look at
on in,
this.
have a good look.
This is my sort of kitchen. Can I move in today?
You can.
Oh, good.
Do you have the checkbook with you?
No.
He does.
Okay.
I don't carry cash or anything. I leave it to him.
Just like the Queen, I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Let me show you the conservatory. So this is a new addition as well by the current owners.
Oh, lovely, isn't it? Look at the outlook.
Yeah. And it's south-facing.
Yeah.
And another place to eat as well.
I can have my lunch out there and you can have yours in there.
Well, be lovely after the caravan, wouldn't
Brilliant,
it? Yeah.
wouldn't
So far, so good. But this isn't the only reception room I've got to show them. Here's the second one.
Very nice. I love the fire.
That's
This
good.
would be lovely in the winter, wouldn't it?
It would,
Cosy.
yeah.
Computer room.
Computer in that corner.
Yeah.
Great.
And I can imagine in the winter months, this is a lovely snug.
With a piece of cheese and a pork.
Yeah, Tony's snug.
Tony's snug.
Do you like that?
But he's not, though, is he?
Tony, I'm not commenting on that.
No. All right. Fine, OK.
But winter's evening,
Yes.
pile up on the settee,
Very good.
fire going,
Glass of wine.
glass of wine. What more could you want?
Away you go.
Yeah. As I said, I could move in yesterday.
Right.
OK.
That's good. I'm loving this. Additionally, you've got a downstairs cloakroom. It's also got a shower there and some of the white goods as well. So they sort of use it as a downstairs cloakroom,
Yeah.
stroke utility
Boot
room.
room,
as
whatever.
well.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the fact if you've had the wine, you can't always get upstairs, can you?
I'm learning more and more about you two all the time. No wonder you've been living in a caravan. He hasn't wanted to worry about stairs.
No, he's always
I've never had like
not
stairs.
confident
Have you
on
not?
stairs.
That's bad news. Do you know why? Because that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm hoping Tony will get over his dislike of stairs once he sees what's on the first floor. Up here there's a study area which leads into one of the 3 bedrooms, all of which are pretty generous in size, along with a family bathroom. But we're taking a look at where they could sleep. So through here is the master bedroom. It does have a lot of stuff in this room,
Yeah.
but what do you think about size?
Personally,
I'm not sure if
Quite
it's big
big
enough
enough.
for us. I mean, it's lovely, but I think you'd find it claustrophobic.
yeah, this bit is just not me, I'm afraid.
Well, Tony's not sold on the upstairs, but he'll be pleased to hear there's a workshop with internet access outside. And Denise should be delighted with the lovely garden after being deprived of one for so long while travelling in that caravan. There's easily room to put her greenhouses here and plenty of mature plants to keep her busy.
This is lovely. I think it's beautifully done, and I could still put my own stamp on it as well.
So big enough for you?
As long as I could
Yeah.
get a greenhouse in.
So we come to the messy bit now. How much do you think this house is on the market for?
525?
5.5.
You're both out, actually. Denise, you're out by quite a lot. £50,000, in fact.
Oh, crumbs,
Current
right.
asking price is £575,000.
Right.
Has that surprised you?
It has a bit, yeah.
Yes.
Why don't you take another look around and I'll catch up with you in a little while.
Let's do it.
Off you go.
Thank you.
At £575,000, this property is within their budget and offers a great deal of what they need. There's 3 bedrooms, a huge kitchen for Denise to bake her cakes, a workshop for Tony outside, and a delightful garden.
The kitchen was everything I have dreamed of. Moving through the rest of the house, the conservatory is a real plus for me, and there's also that lovely little lounge. The garden was small, but perfectly formed.
Price-wise, it's a bit more than I thought it would be, but there again, you know, we come from Sussex where the price is slightly lower than what it is here, and I was basing it on that. But, yeah, it's probably right for where it is.
All right, you two?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Come on through.
Lovely, thanks.
Seen enough?
Yes.
I think we have, yeah.
And that's only the first one.
I know.
While Hampshire has a strong seafaring history, it's also home to plenty of four-wheel tradition too. Earlier in the week, we sent Tony and Denise for a day out at the County's Bewley Motor Museum, which has a collection of around 250 of the most historically important motor vehicles to have been produced since the late 19th century. The museum is housed in the grounds of one of the grandest buildings to be found in Bewley, the Palace House. Formerly the 13th century Great Gatehouse of the now ruined Bewley Abbey, this Gothic country house has been the ancestral home of the Montague family since 1538. As Tony's real motoring passion is for tractors, in particular rebuilding them, we've arranged for him and Denise to meet Derek Alden, secretary of the New Forest Tractor and Engine Club, to see their display in the museum grounds.
Well, hello, Tony and Denise. Welcome to the small holding we've got here. I understand you're interested in vintage tractors, Tony?
Yeah, I find them front, at least you can get at them with a hammer, whereas a car you can't.
That's true.
I see around here there's sort of one or two here that I've actually rebuilt just recently, and I want to go on to it. And if we're lucky enough to move down here and find a big enough place, I'd like to get interested in your tractor club, which get a bit of help from other people for the bits I don't know about.
Okay.
I'm good on the bodywork, but not too good on the engines.
Okay, so a bit of mechanical input then would
Yeah,
be helpful.
would be
would it?
great, yeah.
Well, we've got one over here that's going to the Hampshire and New Forest County Show in a few days. So if you'd like to come and have a look, we'll go and check it out.
Love to.
Okay.
Formed in 2001, the New Forest Tractor and Engine Club aims to promote the preservation of classic and vintage agricultural machinery. The 220 members own 100 tractors between them, which they proudly show off at rallies, parades and displays like this one. There are around 30 such groups in the UK, with some 5,000 members in all.
OK, Tony, so this is a 1971 Massey Ferguson 135 that's been restored, as you can see. Only recently the loader was restored and added to it, and it's got power steering on as an optional extra. So you can have a go at this one then, Tony.
Right,
So,
I'd like to.
OK, if you'd like to climb on board. So obviously you're familiar with the controls on these then,
Yes,
Tony, and
yeah.
quite used to those. So if you want to start it up.
A classic tractor like this one can be bought for around £1,000 unrestored. Once all the necessary repair work has been done, it can be worth between £3,000 and £5,000.
Well, it looks like he's having fun, Derek.
Let's leave him there, shall we?
Brilliant.
So, what's the difference between classic and vintage vehicles? Well, vintage describes a vehicle built between 1919 and 1930, and classic is a vehicle no longer in production but still popular. But now it's time to tow Tony and Denise away from tractors as we plough on with our property search. We've travelled to the northwest of the New Forest, just outside the former market town of Fordingbridge, which is close to the Dorset border. Our second property is located in the nearby hamlet of Cripplestyle and dates back to Victorian times. And here is your second property.
Lovely.
Yes,
At the moment, lovely. This is us, isn't it?
Yes, this is looking good.
Roses as well, I love roses.
It's an attractive property,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yep,
Very
very
nice.
much so.
So you like the look of the outside. Are you ready to step inside?
yes.
Yes.
And look at this one inside.
Thank you.
Well, a great start, and I don't think the interior will disappoint either. So do come on in.
Exactly how I imagined it. Exactly.
No,
This is
nice.
us.
Yeah,
This is us.
nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Now, the current owners moved in about 2003 and they extended the property and they did an awful lot of work. So the panelling on the walls, the cornicing, this has all been replaced. They've tried to keep it very much in keeping with the Victorian period.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So we've got two reception rooms either side. Let's start off with the sitting room.
Okay.
So
Look at
here's
this.
your sitting room.
Oh, yes, I like this.
Neat, classy, cosy.
Yeah, we can use our own chandeliers.
Yep, it's got our stamp on it, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Working fire?
Working fire.
I just
Yeah.
love it.
Yes, I like this a lot.
Sitting room's hitting the spot, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's,
is.
yep, it's
Good.
lovely.
It's good.
I just love it.
But it's important that you have somewhere to dine. So let's cross the hallway to the next reception room. For your formal dining with your friends and family.
And how we could dine in here.
Yes, we could. Yes, very well.
Your pizza would look lovely on that table. I just think it's as if I've lived in a house like this
Oh,
before.
wow.
Your mum and dad's house.
Really? It reminds you?
That's
very
why I
much so.
like it. It's weird.
So your in-laws' property, was it Victorian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't it strange? We were meant to have this.
I think we were.
I'm thrilled that they love this house so much. And the kitchen diner that we're heading for now is bound to be another highlight for Denise. Now, I hope this is big enough.
This is beautiful.
Come on in,
I
Tony.
love it. Oh, I feel all emotional now. It's lovely.
This is good.
I want this more than I wanted the other one.
Oh, I do feel emotional. Isn't it silly?
No, it's not. Because kitchens and living areas are so important.
It's lovely.
It's got the right range you want too.
I've got to get my tissue out now.
Oh, it moved you to tears.
I know, it's lovely. Oh, it's not, I don't care how much it is, we're having it. I really don't. Oh, dear. Forget the budget.
No, I like this. I like this a lot.
So you've got access to the back garden through the doors there on the right, and to the left, through that door, is currently a doggy room, and there's a downstairs cloakroom as well.
Oh, right, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you change anything
No.
in this kitchen?
Not a... What do you mean, no? How would you...
I love it.
No.
This is a man who knows his mind.
Yes, but he doesn't know where the kitchen is normally.
We know where the kitchen is. No, I don't think
No,
we need to change
it's a workable
anything.
kitchen.
It's got everything in it that she wants.
I just love it.
Well, they both appear to be very taken by this property, and the upstairs should seal the deal. The 3 spare bedrooms are spacious, light, and very tastefully decorated, and the family bathroom is a good size too. But I'm taking them to see the second bathroom, the ensuite belonging to the master bedroom. And here is your ensuite.
Oh no, this is nice. This is what I call a bathroom.
Tony, look at this. Oh, it is stunning.
I'd be able to get in and out of that.
And this is your bathroom, because the family bathroom is at the top of the stairs.
Hold up, I've got
right.
to think about this. I suppose, yes, this is going to be your bathroom.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
You're
there
down
is-
the corridor.
Yeah, you're down the other end. You've got the family bathroom.
Yeah.
Let's show you where you're going to sleep, though. We've got the thumbs up from the bathroom. But how's this for your
Beautiful,
bedroom?
beautiful. And
This is nice.
restful, isn't it?
Yes, I
I
like
love
this. Yeah, I think we could live here.
Do you think so?
I think so.
What is it about the house itself that you love so much?
Well, that's why it's decorated, it's light, it's airy.
And it just... I can't explain it. It just feels right, doesn't it?
It's like, yeah, you walk into a place and it feels right, and this does.
So, with the house really feeling like home for Tony and Denise, there's just the garden left to see. And I think they're both going to love it.
Oh, my goodness me.
There's a lovely expanse of lawn with mature shrubs and plenty of room to put up a greenhouse, or 3. I think it's a spectacular garden, but it's not what I think, it's what you two think.
It's beyond my dreams. There's just so much I could do. I don't need to do anything with it, but I could put my greenhouses in and
Yep.
not intrude, take away any
Yep.
space. We could have the dogs or chickens. It's just beautiful.
Got a huge double garage there with access at the side of the property, so perhaps one for you and one for your workshop.
That'll be brilliant.
Gosh, it's ticked all the boxes.
Everything's,
I
yeah,
know.
everything's coming together too easy.
know.
I don't like this.
You don't look so happy.
Like this.
Because you know what's coming next.
Yeah.
He knows it's going to cost him money.
Well, just to remind you, you've loved the house. You've enthused about the garden.
Yep.
How much is all that worth?
I've got a feeling this is going to be over our budget. And I think this is going to be about £6.5.
£650,000.
And I again, like Tony, think it's going to be over. And I think, what, 630?
OK. If it was within budget,
Can't be.
if I said to you, it's within budget, just 599. It has come down in price recently.
Gosh. Don't look at me.
Now, you wanted us to find you your dream property.
Yeah, but not as nice as this.
Talk to me.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to see the mystery house
You're
first.
welling up. You're welling up. But, go on, just let me... I know we're meant to wait until the decision chat, but just tell me, have we got close?
Oh,
Well, you've hit
about
it right
that
on top
far
of the head.
away.
yes.
You've hit it right on
Fantastic.
top of the head.
Gosh.
Hands up who wants to go and have another look around.
Oh, I'm off.
Go on, off you go. Go on, take your time. We're delighted. Just within budget at £599,000, this house handsomely delivers everything on their wish list. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms so they don't have to share, a huge kitchen for Denise, a workshop area for Tony, a garden that will keep them both busy. Denise with the shrubs and Tony building those greenhouses.
First impressions of the house, it was just exactly what we're looking for. I didn't think it could get any better. And then walking inside, well, I just don't know what to say. It's lovely. And I could move in tomorrow.
All the boxes that we wanted were being ticked as we went round at the kitchen, the bedrooms, the bathrooms. And I think the cherry on the cake was when she went into the back garden. And I think as far as Escape to the Country is concerned, I think they've hit the nail right on top of the head.
Come on, you two, although I don't feel I want to drag you away at all.
We don't want to leave.
No, I bet you don't. What a success, eh?
Oh, lovely.
I think so, yes.
Lovely. Come on. Thank you.
As the evening falls on a very promising house hunt so far, it marks the end of our first day in Hampshire. After having a triple heart bypass, Tony decided the time was right to retire as a park home manager and take wife Denise on a caravan trip around the UK. Over a year later, they're yearning for bricks and mortar again and are looking to buy in Hampshire. So far, they've definitely fallen in love with one of our properties, but the mystery house will certainly be putting up a good fight for their attention.
Is it the whole of it?
How much would
Because that's a lot of hoovering.
Yes.
And I'll be visiting the last working tide mill in England. Now, at the start of this search, Tony and Denise asked us to concentrate in the New Forest region. Well, I'm only taking them 2 miles down the road, but what they don't know yet is that we've got to cross the Solent to get there.
This is nice here. We like it here.
What do we think of this area? This is Lymington.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, we've
Very
been
nice.
coming to Lymington for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Because the ferry goes from here to the Isle of
Just over
Wight.
there.
Yeah,
Where is it?
just
Very
to your
good.
right.
To your right. We've been several times to the Isle of
Have you
Wight.
guessed where we're going?
Yes.
Welcome to your mystery property. And guess what? It's not the ferry. For our mystery house, we've travelled beyond Hampshire, over the Solent to the Isle of Wight. Just a ferry ride outside their search area. We're heading for the resort town of Yarmouth on the northwest coast of the island. So guys, what do you think?
Well, if that's the mystery house over there, that's brilliant.
Just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
The mystery property is a unique development of a historic Victorian fortress, which has 360-degree views across the landscape. Built in 1863, it was one of 19 forts on the island to be built under Prime Minister Lord Palmerston as defence against a perceived attack from across the Channel. With the support of English heritage, it has now been converted into 18 two-storey homes. So here is your mystery house. Welcome to Golden Hill Fort.
Is it the whole of it?
How much would
Because
you
that's
like?
a lot of hoovering.
Yes.
It's a lot of houses, actually. It's
Yes.
only one part. It's 1/18.
Oh, right. Certainly different.
It is. I don't think I need to explain this occasion why it's the mystery house, need I?
No, definitely not.
It was a fortress, battlement. It was also a hospital. So in all the years it was a fortress, not one shot was ever fired.
It's quite amazing.
So do you fancy owning a little bit of British history?
Open-minded.
Open-minded.
Open-minded,
Fantastic. I can guarantee that they won't have seen anything quite like this before. While the exterior is very imposing, I think they'll be surprised how modern and bright it is inside. So, do step inside the fort.
Goodness me.
Now, I want you to forget the properties that we've already shown you.
Right.
Because this is so different. It is spectacular.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Certainly different.
Yeah. Your eyes, they're just drawn to the ceiling. We're going to go upstairs in a little while. It is an inverted house, so
Yeah.
bedrooms are downstairs.
That will please you, because you don't like stairs very
No,
much.
not very much.
So let's start the grand tour. Got a utility room and a storage cupboard through there. This property has 3 surprisingly light and spacious bedrooms on the ground floor, and all of them come with an ensuite, so Tony and Denise can pick one each. I'm starting our tour by showing them the master bedroom.
Oh, gosh.
That's rather nice, isn't it?
It's a bit like the TARDIS, isn't it?
So though it's very old, completely contemporary inside.
Well thought about.
Yes.
Well designed. So far.
So far.
Yeah.
Let's look at the bathroom.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's like coming into
Come
a
in.
cave.
It's like a
Isn't
vault.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that shower.
Oh, that's a proper
That's
shower.
fabulous, isn't it?
That's quite amazing,
It is,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Right, I'm going to drag you away from your bathroom.
Okay.
We're going to go upstairs now. If they were stunned by the bathroom, I know they're going to be blown away by the living space upstairs. A huge area encompassing lounge, kitchen and diner in one, with that amazing feature brick ceiling arching above it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
Well,
What do you think?
it's fantastic, isn't it?
It's impressive. They've done the most amazing job.
And it looks like you've got sunlight coming in through the back of
Yeah.
the wall.
They've got,
We've got mood lighting everywhere and it simulates natural light.
Again, it's so different to what we've seen in the last 2 houses. I mean, it's still breathtaking, but so different. Ultra modern.
Yeah. Do you like the idea of having a kitchen that's incorporated with a living area as well?
No, that's never worried us at all, has it?
not really, no.
Then you have your own personal veranda overlooking the courtyard. So in the evenings you can sit out
Oh, I
there with your
see, yeah.
cocktails and enjoy. Because I've got one more thing I'm going to show you.
Right.
Follow
It's
me.
somewhere to put your tractor.
OK, there's no traditional lawn, but what they don't know is that the gardens for this unique property are on the roof, giving them unparalleled views over the island, which might make Tony forget all about his tractor.
This is fantastic. The scenery and everything around it is amazing.
Apparently, this is the only Grade 1 listed building with a communal roof garden. How's that for a claim to fame?
Not bad, is it? I still need my garden. I still need my greenery.
Yes.
Because after a year, although it feels like 3 in the caravan, I've got to have the garden.
So how much do you think it's actually on the market for?
Well, I think this has got to be over the budget. 625,000.
All right, I'm going to go under at 595.
And you would both get change
Oh,
Out of our budget.
out of your budget. Asking price?
Yeah.
£550,000.
well, you surprised me.
It's
You do surprise
just
me.
gone on the market.
Yeah. Well, it won't stay on the market for long at that, will it?
Why don't you have a wander around the perimeter of the fort, look at the communal gardens, take in this spectacular view, and I'll meet you both downstairs.
All right then. See you later.
Well within their budget at £550,000, this amazing property offers them a complete change of lifestyle, as well as meeting a large number of their demands. It has 3 bedrooms, each with an ensuite, a huge kitchen space for Denise, an open-plan living area where she can keep an eye on Tony while she cooks, and those fantastic communal gardens with great views.
This property, the way they've done it, I think, is absolutely marvellous. The internals are brilliant, and the way they've set it out, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms is unknown. The area upstairs with the kitchen and the lounge in one, I think it could work.
A mystery property. Well, certainly a mystery property. This is so ultra modern, and I do appreciate how lovely it is and the history of it. But I'm a traditional girl.
Okay, you two?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it now.
All finished.
All finished, yeah. We're going to go back on the ferry. That'll give you some time on your own to have a think about the 3 properties, and then we'll have a chat.
Lovely.
That'd be good.
Okay, thanks.
In the village of Ealing, on the eastern edge of the New Forest, lies a very important part of our industrial heritage. Situated by Southampton Water and Grade 2 listed, Ealing Mill is the last working tide mill in England and one of only a handful left in the world. It was abandoned in the 1940s, but reopened in 1983, and is now working in much the same way as it did 900 years ago. I've come to meet senior mill assistant John Hurst to find out a little bit more about how this rare and ingenious machinery works.
Even though it's a tide mill, it's not the tide directly that drives the machinery. What happens is the toll bridge outside is also a dam, and it separates the water on this side of the mill from the water on that side. Now, at one end of the dam, you've got some one-way hatches. As the tide comes in, it pushes the hatches open and begins filling up our mill pond. And when the tide goes out, it will close the hatches upon itself, so the water on that side in the pond is trapped. And then we will basically wait for the tide to go out as far as possible off our water wheel, and then we will lift the sluice gate up, and it's that gate being raised that releases the water from the pond to drive the machinery around.
Depending on the tide, with each 12.5-hour tidal cycle, the machinery will be turning for around 7 hours, with a core 5 hours of proper milling. As the tide has now gone out, I'm going to help John with the running of the mill.
This is the sluice gate, and we use this to release water from our pond. So all you need to do is pull that wheel towards me, although it's going to take a bit of effort.
Is it? Oh, how long am I going to be here? Have you had a female assistant before, female apprentice?
Oh, no. Most of the mill apprentices in the past would have been male. You may very well be the first one to do this in the mill.
I can see why. Is anything moving yet?
Not yet. Keep cranking, Nikki.
Oh. We're nearly there?
Almost. Now you've released enough water, the machinery's begun to turn.
Look how much water is gushing through. You can hear it, can't you?
With the huge water wheel turning at last, it's time to see how the milling process actually happens. Starting by hoisting a sack of grain up to the bin loft. Another job for me.
Basically, all you need to do is pull this cord.
OK, tell me when.
The sack hoist will take the sack all the way up to the bin loft.
Ready?
Go. As you see, it's got some trapdoors above it, so as the sack goes up, it will push the trapdoors open and take it onto the floor above.
Once it reaches the bin loft, the grain is poured down a chute towards the millstones to be ground into flour.
It's coming down this chute, it's collected in this dish called the hopper, and the hopper is feeding it into a bit called the shoe, and as the damsel is knocking against the handle of the shoe, it's shaking the grain in between the stones.
What happens to the chaff? Is it separating it?
Well, no, with the wheat grain, nothing's taken out, nothing's added to it. Whole meal flour is just the grain crushed into flour. So, I mean, it's just being ground up into a dust, which is the flour, and that's falling down a chute and being collected below.
The mill produces around 8.5 tons of wholemeal flour a year, solely by harnessing the power of the sea. It's a great cottage industry, employing 5 local people, as well as supplying flour to local businesses. And this could be just the place to inspire Denise in her baking, once she's found the Hampshire home of her dreams with Tony.
I don't think I was too bad a mill hand, was I? That was good fun. So that's it. Our house search here in Hampshire with our caravanning couple is now officially over. But have we found them their dream home? Let's ask them. So Denise and Tony, what a few days we've had.
Yeah, been fun, isn't it?
Has been good fun. Question is, have we got you out of the caravan into your dream home here in Hampshire?
There is no question about that. I am out of that caravan.
So let's see how we got on, shall we?
Yeah.
The very first property that we showed you, you liked the look of the cottage. We walked inside that door.
Oh.
Tony, tell me about that
Well, the kitchen was amazing. The kitchen and the sitting area and also the conservatory. It was all amazing. But the garden at the end of the day was the no-no, I think.
The downfall,
that
wasn't
was
it?
the big
Yeah.
downfall of
Yeah.
it.
Our second house, well, it had quite an impact on both of you.
There's no words to describe how we felt when we saw it. It was just neat, tidy, our sort of house.
Yes, ticked every box.
Instant love.
Yes, it
Yes.
was. It
Yeah.
was just so lovely.
As soon as you got into the hallway, you both seemed to think it was home.
It did, it felt like home.
Just so nice.
It was, yeah. I don't know, it was weird. And I
was.
couldn't, I think I can put my finger on it. But I've never been into a house before where I've walked in and thought, yeah, this is spot on.
And it had the land that you wanted.
The garden is
I've sorted out where the greenhouse is going to go. The garden's my domain, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I don't get involved.
So in true maritime tradition, we decided for the Mystery House we're going to leave the New Forest, go across the Solent and take you to the Isle of Wight. And you didn't see that coming, did you?
No, we didn't.
We didn't know you were going to take us on a cruise.
Well, we like to push things a little bit around with the mystery. And we went to that remarkable fortress.
Oh, it wasn't for us.
It wasn't for us, but
it was...
It was stunning.
The quality there was amazing.
Second to none.
It would make a wonderful holiday home.
It would.
So, if my husband feels like it, we could have that for the summer months.
Your husband's not feeling like it.
Okay.
Right, we're going to park the Isle of Wight because I want to get back to number 2 then.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Tomorrow morning we're ringing the agent.
Fantastic! Oh, you kept that
No,
quiet.
I haven't told him yet either.
No, we'd made our mind up we were going to ring the agent.
Yes, we're going to ring the
see,
agent.
See what the situation is.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And I think we can make them a reasonable offer for it.
Well, it really is absolutely tremendous news. I hope the offer's accepted. And also, more importantly, you will be out of that caravan very, very soon.
Yes.
Do you know, you're an angel.
What fantastic news. According to Tony and Denise, it's a final farewell to the caravan and a big hello to their new home in Hampshire. I sincerely hope their offer is accepted. We wish them all the best. Until next time, bye-bye. The good news is that Tony and Denise's offer on that second property has been accepted. So it shouldn't be too long before the caravan is parked up for good. If you'd like secret agents, so where am I? All will be revealed in a minute. Today, I'm helping a couple park up their caravan for good and get back under a proper tiled roof. In one kitchen, emotions run high.
Got to get my tissue out now.
Oh, we've moved you to tears. It's lovely. And our mystery house is like nothing they've ever seen before.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Certainly different.
Yeah. Today, I'm in Hampshire in the village of Bewley, where in 1941 the British government set up a covert finishing school of secret agents and officials of the Special Operations Executive. Kept in complete secrecy from the local community, men and women were trained here in all aspects of spycraft, including communication, coding, forgery, and the skill of silent killing. Most became special agents who infiltrated occupied Europe as part of the resistance against Germany. Today, a plaque in the cloisters of Bewley commemorates their efforts and bravery. And this fascinating tale is just part of Hampshire's rich heritage. A detached property in Hampshire would set you back around £346,000. That's £90,000 higher than the national average. Why? Well, Hampshire is one well-connected county. First of all, it has excellent road and rail links, not only to the capital, but to much of the south of England. Then there's Southampton Airport, flying to over 50 European destinations. Let's not forget it has 2 international ferry terminals, opening the county to much of the rest of the world. And add to all of that the fact that nearly half the countryside here is protected by 2 national parks. So that hefty price tag, it might be justified. Let's take a look at what's currently on the market. This Grade 2 listed 3-bedroom thatched cottage in Pentamuse is on the market for £365,000. It boasts many original features, including exposed beams, an ingle nook fireplace and a pretty garden. For £550,000, you could be living in this 4-bedroom property in Frogham. It offers a dining hall with beam ceiling, which was converted from the old barn, an original fireplace and attractive landscape gardens. And if your pockets are deep enough, you could buy this beautifully presented 3-bedroom house in Sway for £750,000. With a wealth of stunning traditional features and oak worktops in the kitchen, it also has a cobbled patio and immaculate lawns. So it looks like Hampshire has plenty to offer. Let's find out what today's buyers are after. Retired mobile home park managers Tony and Denise have been married for 21 years. But for the past year or so, after giving up the home that came with their job, they've been leading an unorthodox lifestyle, travelling around Britain in a caravan, a decision that was made when Tony had a health scare on holiday.
We basically came back to the UK, found out that I needed a triple bypass. While in the hospital I decided to retire, and this is how the caravans come about.
When Tony came up with the idea of doing this, I'd never caravanned, and I thought, I'm not sure if this is going to be me, but I wanted to see lots of England. I hadn't been further than London. So he said, right, we'll go and have a look at the caravans, which we did, and yeah, I thought I could do this.
Now they've done their grand tour of the country, the time has come to swap the wheels for 4 walls and a roof in their preferred location of Hampshire.
One of the